Al, bring us in.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Netherblock, the show where we build a 64 by 64 by 64 block of netherrack in Minecraft.
I'm Tony.
I'm Joe.
I'm Al.
It's JoJo.
See, nothing's dropping.
You are.
Oh, it is for you. What the frick?
That's because you use your fist.
Today's episode is brought to you by our featured patron, Dr. Occupant. Thank you, Doc Ock.
Hot documents. Hot
Documents.
lady.
Today's episode is brought to you by Hot Documents, the new sexy document editing software. Our other software editing options too boring and, let's face it,
We made the
boner
mistake
killing
of
for
giving Al
you.
rest,
Yeah.
and it's pretty much been 60 miles an hour, 100 miles an hour.
I'm
So,
still kind of
yeah.
sick today. Is the
I know,
weird
that's
thing.
the terrifying thing.
He's just in that, like,
He's been alone
it's
for
like
too
whenever
long.
you get irradiated and, like, you're fine for a couple days afterwards, and it's just like a nightmare the days after that.
It's more like I'm so much
People sleep on the
different
block, or not on
than
the
I
block,
was.
Neverworld.
Like I'm so much better than I was yesterday.
I'm a different
But I
man
feel like
today
Superman.
than I was before.
Well, you also have, like, 19 kids in your house that all have strep throat, so I imagine,
That
like,
is
you
accurate.
feeling
Yeah, honestly, how many kids do you have now?
It's only 6.
6.
only 6.
Do you live in a
like-
shoe?
It's not my fault
Why do
that
you
other
keep
people
adding-
have kids they can't take care of.
I mean, no, but you just keep adding them in. It's mind-boggling to me.
How do I make a stick? What's the thing for sticks?
I'm gonna
I-
be down
blocks.
several kids. One of them's
Oh no!
one of them has a weekend. Several of them have a weekend visit this week. I would have been down to 3 if one of them hadn't gotten strep throat and had the visit cancel. But
and basically gave everybody else in the house strep throat.
yeah, I don't know who
Yeah, where do you think
patient
it
0
started?
was.
Patient 0.
Patience.
Are you capturing game sound?
Yes, I can see that it's sounding,
Yay!
and not sounding like the whole weird thing.
Right?
We were before we started recording
That's
talking
called
about
docking.
music.
No,
No,
docking
that
is
was
whenever
different.
Yeah, docking is different than sounding. Sounding is whenever you take a metal rod and you
Oh god.
Speaking of sounding, we were talking about how different kinds of music sound.
Oh shit! Okay.
Hi.
Ooh, ooh. Hi. Don't worry
Thank
about
you
me.
for
I'm good.
scaring the ever-loving crap out of me. That's great. Hooray! My heart has stopped.
Have
Never
you guys
mind, I
ever
won't try to
heard-
put the conversation in any direction anymore. I'm sorry.
I'm going to
you guys-
call back to it. Great, Al. That really worked. Once you've distracted us. Go a beach tree brew. Beach tree.
Have you ever heard of the band The Shags?
No.
No.
It's a very, very strange band in which the father of these 3 girls decided that they were going to be the next pop sensation and didn't want them being affected by the rest of the world, so he like pulled them out of school and kept them completely
Is this the
isolated.
Balloon Boy Dad?
I don't think it's the Balloon Boy Dad. No,
That would be
was
Fort
that was much
Collins.
later.
Is this the Killdozer
Yeah.
guy?
No, that's Martin Haymeyer.
Is there anybody who's ever showed up in an episode of Bad Ideas?
Grumpy
No,
Cat?
but this could be a bad idea.
Grumpy cat. I was
And,
watching oh, go ahead. Sorry.
But the weirdest thing about this is the guy just assumes that they're going to be like the next musical talent because like either I can't remember if it was he had a dream about it or if an angel told him so. It's one of those situations. So he
Because there's
completely
a
isolates his
vast
kids.
difference between those two things.
Well, like those justifications kind of pile up. It's just a similar thing.
I'm
But
not saying you shouldn't listen to your dreams or angels, but you know,
But don't.
maybe you
like the weirdest thing about it is he wouldn't let them listen to like any music, and he just forced them to learn how to play their instruments, and then told them it's time. You must compose an album.
What did they
And listen-
play?
Like they played guitar and drums and like
I mean,
they
what
did
Wonder what
music
type of
did they
music.
play?
Yeah.
I was about to say what the album
Yeah,
was,
let-
and you interrupted
No,
him. Ask
no,
him.
I'm sorry. Like, you can't learn to play. Like, I guess you could just learn how to play. Like, here's a C chord,
Music
here's
theory.
a G chord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
it's based
sound
on
good
music
to
theory,
certain
but not
ways.
like actual music, is what happened. And it sounds like 3 different songs layered over the top of each other with like some of the worst lyrics ever. It's like Philosophy of the World is the name of the song that most people have heard of.
Oh, the rich people want what the poor people's got, and the poor people want what the rich people's got.
And it's so bizarre listening to it because it answers a question nobody asked, which is like, if you had 3 girls become very good at their instruments and not let them listen to any rock music and tell them to compose a rock album, this is what
What
you
will
get.
happen?
Oh, so wait, was it only rock music they weren't allowed to listen to, or just no music at all?
No music at all.
Okay.
So they didn't know if they were composing a rock album or I mean, I guess in theory.
Yeah, it was basically just they had the instruments for rock, so it
sounds like a
sounded
bad
like
idea.
pseudo rock.
But they
It's
knew
probably
that
going to be my next bad ideas episode. In all honesty, I was just
This
reading
sounds
this
like,
John
also,
Ronson
I
book.
gotta say, that Angel's gotta be disappointed in the dude. Like, Daniel didn't tell him not to let him listen to music. He's just like, these guys got some talent.
don't
Maybe you
know.
should, like, have a band. And he's like, you guys are gonna go in a basement and not listen to anything
Yeah,
for 4
how did
years
he
while you learn to
accomplish
play
this?
guitar.
This is-
And the Angel's like, looking through his fingers like, no. That's not what I said.
The other
I'm gonna
question
be
I
in
have
so
is,
much
well,
trouble with God.
what I want to see is them listening to music for the first time. I think that would be freaking fascinating. Especially as they've already composed, they would be like, oh, so what we did was lame. We're like, oh, you could do that? Wow. It's like, oh,
do you
cowboy
want?
chords, this is pretty good.
But the thing
there's
that also
like-
sucked about it is like they debuted by like playing in front of their entire playing in front of all these kids in their community, and like everybody
is
was
that
just
noise?
ragging on them. It's like the first time they've had any interaction with anybody else, and they're just
Yeah,
being
were
like
they- whoa.
abused by.
Did he
That was
lock
a-
them in the cellar?
He basically just kept them at home, like didn't
Al.
let them go anywhere.
The
Yeah,
weird
it's
homeschool girls.
it's like if we asked Al to compose a rock album, like whenever he was a 15-year-old, like it just wouldn't have happened.
I heard more rock and roll music
my
by the time
God.
I was 16 than these people apparently did.
Well, they
Which is-
didn't hear
which
any,
is-
so.
Yes, which is some.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we wouldn't be.
It'd be like asking Al to
It was
compose a
mostly
rap
like
album.
movies and stuff. Like you would hear like a
Yeah,
you
they
know a song
couldn't.
playing
I mean,
a
that rolls
soundtrack.
out so much. I guess they could read.
Leave me alone.
Al would be
Listen
like,
to certain
I am
parts of
aware
the
of the
radio."
Wu-Tang Clan.
I don't think I would have known that name.
Oh my god. That was bad. Bad.
This
we
is why
were
we're,
talking about music beforehand, and there's a song that's been stuck in my head. It actually got referenced in a like, oh, isn't this terrible? There's in the I want to say Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol trailer. There's a song. I don't know what the title of it is, but the person just keeps singing "Ready or Not, Here I Come," and I really enjoy that trailer. And it's a cool
anybody in the
song. And it was
Nether?
just stuck in my head.
Yes.
Ready or not,
Just left
Will
here
you
I
come?
come.
Ready or not.
And then somebody was dropping in the comment section like, I'm really glad they didn't play that song in this trailer for the new Ready or Not movie that's coming out.
I'm just interested
Which-
to see if I'm crazy.
Maybe
or not.
on the nose, I agree with that. But I was glad somebody else popped
I'll
in.
head
I
back to
kind of
the-
like that song.
Bridge.
Anyway. Back to your thing.
I'm where I usually. I
I like
always.
the Terracotta Bridge. I guess I'll head to the park.
Yeah, the park. I'm
It
underneath
takes a
the
lot
park.
of jumping to get to the block now.
Yeah, there's yes, yes, there is.
If I put lava down on
No.
the block,
Suffer.
what are you saying?
Saying no, you can't.
Why can't I? Why am I not laying this nether block?
Today-
Right
on the
here.
lava
Right
block.
here. Turn.
Why is this
turn.
happening? No,
Are
I
you
don't
in
like that
adventure?
song.
Or, yeah, adventure mode instead of survival?
I can't lay blocks.
Yeah, what was
I
that,
keep-
Tony? How did you get to do adventure mode? Last episode.
I have no clue.
Sitting
There are a lot of
talking
weird
between-
things happening, like, on this server right now, and
It's
why,
real
like,
bad.
I went out.
I can't.
I'm laying
Max
it.
trying to show me something that
Watch this.
is creepy.
Okay, you see
I
me?
keep switching
Ready?
to my bow
Yes.
for some reason, even though I'm trying to lay blocks.
We bought a server, and I've been experimenting, so this might have a new home in a little bit with a little more RAM.
What am I looking
We're
at?
hoping to
What
turn
do
it
you
into a
see?
movie. Well,
You're
first a
standing
book and
next
then
to
a
the
movie.
blocks?
We were
Okay,
inspired by
so
the
for
success
me,
of We
all
Bought a
of this
Zoo.
is cleared, and I can't go forward.
Nope, there's a block here, there's a block here, there's a block here, there's a
Yeah,
block
there's
here.
nothing there for me. You're,
Now try
you're
again.
doing
Now
nothing.
mine are gone. Can you go? Yeah, you.
Yeah.
I control where you can go.
What the F?
So, can you see that?
We need to
Yes,
do like a poll of
weird.
people and see what happens if we just start from zero.
We can't.
How many people? Like, yes, we can.
We can,
Keep
but there's
this as
so
a
much that
museum.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, we can definitely
Well,
do
again,
that.
I think
but
we
it-
could just set the spawn to like 10,000 chunks away and say no grabbing stuff from the old place. Either build in the old place or build in the new place.
Well, that
work
won't
out?
that make it worse though?
I don't know how the new
It
server's
could.
gonna work.
Yeah, we have many questions, and we don't know, because we're
Because
scrubs.
if it is just too many layers on top of each other, then I don't know. Well, what we have to do is ask John and Griffin and any other else who's still
People
active
who
how
have
they want
skin
this.
in this world.
Yeah, more.
There's also the
memorialized-
question of
memorialized.
no, Joe will never move to Bedrock Edition, huh?
I actually was thinking about setting up a Bedrock Edition server
what
for
is
you, Al.
that?
What do I? I don't even know.
That's
you explained
the
difference between 8 times.
Xbox, right?
It's on PC
crossplay
too,
available
but
one.
you could
Shit.
crossplay with
Yeah,
the
'cause Al
Xbox.
likes
Wouldn't
to
I ever
Switch.
do that? Just because it'll make you happy?
Yeah.
No, I just thought I thought you preferred not to. I know Griffin said he preferred Java.
Because we're here with this one.
Yeah, Al likes
Right.
the inferior version because he could play it on his Switch.
Oh, it's inferior.
Yes.
I don't think
I
that's
can play it on my
accurate.
Switch.
It doesn't. It does have some stuff like it doesn't have offhand torches, which is very irritating.
But I could sit on my couch and play on the Realm. That's
Yeah.
a big draw nowadays. Anything I can do on my couch is like,
The thing is, I have the
say.
power. I could
Think
set
of
up
all
a
the
server
things
for...
that Joe can do on his couch. List them in the comments.
I still haven't set up the stupid Steam Link thing. I'm like, that's how lazy I am.
Really?
I think I have
Yeah.
enough oomph on this server that I could set up one of those for you, Al, just to like experiment with. But don't you have to buy it again? It's like another $30 to get the Bedrock edition.
I already have it on Switch and on my phone, which would also.
Is that the same as Pocket?
in.
Could I play Pocket?
Yes, you can play Pocket on the
yeah,
Bedrock
they
edition
made it
also.
so that all that stuff is
Could I play Pocket on
cross-compatible.
a server that we have together?
Yes.
You have to
I don't
pick
know
which
about
platform?
like non-realm servers
Oh my
from
God.
consoles. I haven't tried that yet.
It's experiments. I bought this server from
You're
a
not
dirty
hero.
hippie. Actually, he was pretty clean, but he was definitely a hippie.
Sounded very
Okay,
nice.
well there's a
Yeah, he was a very nice guy, too.
a
He was
crupper.
just- He immediately started asking me where I get my weed from and things of that nature.
Hippie stuff.
Yeah, and then he helped me fix my truck, which is not hippie stuff.
I don't know.
It's Colorado hippie stuff.
I think
Yeah, that's
I
true.
just watched that Simone Gertz video where she makes a pickup truck out of a Tesla because she's a hippie,
Yes.
Yep.
but she still wants to tow stuff. I think hippies are starting to do
Who's
things
Simone
now.
Gertz?
Yeah.
Think
It's kind
about
of like how
starting to do
jocks are
things.
like all into like psychedelics now. It's weird.
Really?
Yeah, and fasting apparently.
Yeah, fasting and like it's
Fasting's
like,
everywhere.
The world is changing.
Yeah, flip flops every once in a while.
Is Tim Ferriss a
Who
jock?
is
I know we
Simone Gertz?
like. She's
Tim
the lady who
Ferriss.
builds bad robots.
Oh,
Tim
Joe,
Ferriss
is she
is
a hippie?
a pseudo jock.
She said that like
she's
she
just Norwegian. Doesn't mean
F
she's a
you
hippie.
to the oil companies, and I was like, listen, the oil companies have gotten me to like a lot of stores with my kids in the van.
Yeah, well, so she's unintelligent.
I mean, she's built some robots.
They don't work now. No, it's I don't know. Criticizing something that large is like just always weird to me. It's like there's a lot of there that's
Like,
not
how dare the
horrible.
world be as it is?
Yes. Where are you, man?
Don't you want to try to change it? What?
The world?
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
That's my point.
You don't want to change. You don't want
It's
to
very
like
difficult
help
to change the
Earth
notion
and-
that combustible like things combust the way they do, and we have to move
Here's the
through
thing. I'm all in favor of
oil.
electric cars, but
Yeah,
like
what's the
I don't
problem?
have one because
Well,
they're
hopefully,
expensive.
eventually, everyone will be, and hopefully, it won't be expensive at one point. That's
but
just
it's not
the
the
goal.
oil
Will they
company
still be
keeping it
using
down.
batteries that
I
like?
don't
That
know.
depends on the
Money
conspiracy
resources?
theory.
I think money pretty much rules everything right now,
Yes,
and
and
the
if you made
reason
an
that it
affordable
hasn't
electric
gone
car, you would kill it.
forward. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there's a reason why they're selling so many of that like
No,
$30,000 Tesla and everything.
Kill it in the marketplace if you did that. It's,
I don't think the oil companies would appreciate that.
I think they would be doing it themselves.
Tesla doesn't
Yeah.
own an oil company, so what's the point?
What?
Like
Yeah, what?
you said,
think
you said the oil companies wouldn't appreciate it. Like that's not my job as a business owner to care what the oil companies think.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
what
it
she said.
depends on if they're trying to push through legislation that actively discourages
Yeah.
those sorts of things. That's like the only time that it starts becoming like crony capitalism, where they're like, "I'm
Yep.
going to use my money to make sure you can't actually do business."
Can you
just go
guys
do it
leave
anyway.
me the fuck alone? Like, can I like throw a treat to the other side of the place for you guys to just go away?
There should be one of those. Like there should be like a monster
God.
distractor.
Sorry,
Like
but
in
No,
Raft
it's
or
the
whatever.
pigmen. The pigmen are just all over me. And I tried moving to like 3 different locations of where I usually mine, and they're following me.
They're not attacking you, right? They're just sort of.
No, they're just getting in. They're
mobbing.
They're trying to get me
They're
to
trying
attack
to trigger a
them.
war.
Yes.
They're trying to. It's a false
Like,
flag.
oh well, here I am
Yeah, they're
standing
like-
here not doing anything.
Yep.
They're like,
Sure,
"Have you
it'd
ever
be
heard
a
of the
shame
Gulf of
if somebody
Tonkin?"
hit me with their pickaxe.
I just saw a kid run off across the park to get to Manic. I
What's
don't know what
the
they're doing, but it's
what was
really
the one that got
entertaining
the
for
U.S.
them.
involved in World War One, like the Bismarck or something like that?
there's so many of those. They all
Or
mixed
Lusitania? Yeah,
The
They all
Lusitania,
mixed
yeah.
together,
The
to be
Bismarck
honest.
is the. Oh man, there's a Sabaton
Prussian War.
video about the Bismarck.
Like the
So
band
we all-
Sabaton.
Yeah.
This is Sabaton.
Oh my god, go away!
No, I get to mine here too.
How do you like Sabaton, Tony?
I'm okay with Sabaton.
They have. I was introduced to them. They have a great song called "The Winged Hussars Arrive" that the guys from the No Dumb Question podcast really like, and they played on there. And I was like, "This is a fun song."
What if there are dumb questions?
Then the podcast is poorly named, but still entertaining to listen to.
They're like waiting for me to make a ramp, I think, to get up higher. But I'm not going to give it to you.
I'm going to make an observation here.
What? They're waiting for you to build a wall.
Panic is hearing the pigmen talk to her.
No, because usually, you know, when you're mining, and like if you mine from the top down, and then they see a block that they can climb onto, they'll like climb onto it. And I think that's what they want from me. They want me to make, like, okay, we're going to test this. Ready? I'm going to make a ramp going up this wall. Yes! See? Oh my god, that's exactly what they want.
Oh boy.
Go
Manic's
up
going
that
around
way.
the bend.
Manic thinks she knows what the pigmen want.
I do! Look! They just walked up the stairs that I made for them. That's what
Yes,
they
I'm going
wanted.
to lean over and look at your monitor.
Well, you will see. Yeah, that's exactly. Okay, be gone. Go that way and leave me alone.
Be gone, pig.
Oh, there's a guest. Oh, I don't have a bow.
Oh my god!
Whoever's in the overworld needs to come sleep.
I have
Come
a
to
new
the trailer.
underworld.
Sit in my beds.
Speaking of no dumb questions from earlier, there's an interesting thing that I've observed where one of the hosts there, Destin, he does this on his Smarter Everyday channel as well. He'll tell people that he knows that they're smart, and I think it's a tactic. I think they're not actually smart, and he knows it.
Like gang stalking?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds bad.
Yeah. I don't know why that popped into my head as a tactic.
What is
It's a
gang
tactic.
stalking?
I built you a ramp. Leave me alone.
That
rabbit
reminds
hole.
me of there was
It's worth going into. It's very worth
There
going
was
into if you
a-
like those kinds of rabbit holes.
a scandal in Great Britain involving what they called grooming gangs.
Oh my god!
Like the name of them was just like the most
made you a
benign
ramp.
thing.
It's
It's
right
like, what do you
here.
guys go around with nail clippers? But no, they were just like setting up women to be essentially sex slaves.
Yeah, you've never heard that? Whoa.
I don't know like why it's called grooming.
Because
There you
the
go.
person is groomed by the.
It's their
That's the
like.
term.
It's a weird
When you-
name.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah, it's
word. Look
Yeah,
it
it's
up.
like when
Grooming's
Sandusky is like
definition is
grooming kids to be like all that. Like it's
yes.
definitely
Or,
a thing.
To be fair, you can
Michael
also
Jackson
groom
was
someone
groomed
to
be a
superstar.
performer. Yeah.
Yeah.
But by
you
not
can do it
letting
that
him
way,
listen to any
too.
music.
Yes.
Right.
He was not allowed to
Pretty
listen
sure
to
he
any
got
music.
to listen to some music at least.
I think he was
Feel
not
like there
allowed
was-
to not listen to music.
He was the music.
I think music was him. I'm on the block.
I
What
know
were
I've
you
mentioned
saying
this
about-
fact before. My dad actually heard him perform like as a kid and as a member of the what were the five
Soul
Jackson
Train.
Five.
Jackson
Oh,
Five?
Jackson 5.
Jackson 5, yeah.
It's pretty easy to
I'd like
remember
it.
the name, Al. It's right there in the name. You had the 5 part.
I had
other
the
part-
Fab Five in my head, and I was like, "That's not right. I think that's the Beatles."
No.
The Fab Five, the
there were
Beatles.
4
Isn't there only
Beatles.
4 of them? Yeah.
Well, who's the Fab Five then?
I don't know. Look it up. I really don't know. I know it's a name for something. Maybe it's just when there's 5. All right, I'll look it up.
Was it there one
I
Beatle
think-
that dropped out? Maybe they were
Yeah, but
counting.
no,
No,
it was
they
swapped out.
replaced somebody. Yeah. And if you want to believe the
You
whole
can
thing
never
that
not
like
be a Beatle.
Paul McCartney died. That's a
What
weird
about
conspiracy
What about
theory.
One
Avril
now?
Lavigne too?
Yeah, Avril Lavigne just probably had some plastic surgery and that's it.
You gotta make things so complicated. Fab
wrong
Five were the
with
that?
1981
Nice.
University of Michigan men's basketball team recruiting class. It's just an alliteration that people apply to things because it sounds good. I don't think it's like an official thing.
I think that it was the name of the fake.
Super Friends?
No, the fake TV show that Mia Wallace was in. In Pulp Fiction.
There's something about Foxy's in there. Foxes in there.
Oh, Fox
Oh,
Force
Jesus
5.
Christ,
That's
the
what.
How have they not made that yet? How is Quentin
That's
Tarantino
what
not
they
directed
said
like
that
the?
Oh, we
Kill
got a
Bill.
traveling merchant on the block.
Hell?
What does he want to trade? Hello, he
What
brought
the
his llamas
fuck?
to the block.
See?
Get up here before
They
dark.
say that Kill Bill is the Fox Force 5. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How do you trade?
Well, there's only.
hi.
Oh wait, there are more than one of her. Yeah, that makes sense. I
It's
mean,
like
not
the
one of
team
her,
that
but
she
there's
was a
multiple
part of.
female assassins.
I'll send you like a thing
That
about.
was confusing. and scary and weird.
I was about to say, well, Kill Bill's about only the one chick, but she's in a whole
She
organization.
used
and I
to
was
be in
just
a
stupid.
one of
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
5 assassins. Yeah, but they weren't all girls, were they?
Yeah.
No.
Yes. Yes. The
Was it
snakes
Michael
were.
Madsen one?
Yeah,
No, he's the
Michael-
leader.
yeah,
He's like the Charlie for the Charlie's Angels.
Oh,
No,
was he?
you're thinking of Bill. Bill was the Charlie.
I'll look it
pretty
up.
sure
I
that-
have a thingy.
I thought Michael
know-
Madsen was the name of the actor that played Bill,
No, that's
but I
David
don't know
Carradine.
actor
Michael
names.
Madsen is Mr. Blonde, and Vincent Vega is usually what he is in.
Yeah, and David Carradine, rest in peace. Your masturbation
Kung Fu.
killed you. I'm sorry.
Rough.
It had to take one of us.
Yeah. Autoerotic
You were the one.
asphyxiation took.
Well,
Yeah.
by
Bill.
definition, it could only take one.
Oh, what?
No.
No, if it's
Oh,
autoerotic,
auto.
that means it's
yeah, you're right. You're right. I was wrong.
but not-
Okay. I'm not savvy on my masturbation terms. I'm just really sorry.
So if anyone wants to see a wandering trader, there's one on the block. I don't know
I'm
if you caught
coming.
that.
I'm coming.
Also,
you
gang
can
stalking
play
is
with his llamas.
it's really sad. There's a subreddit called gang stalking, and it's the notion that you're being stalked by like an incredibly organized group of people to the point where like
Oh,
what it really is paranoid delusions.
Yeah, it's like
but-
a
sort of like the
targeted persons or whatever.
logical conclusion of the assumption that every time somebody's laughing, they must be laughing at you.
Something like that, yeah. That's not too far off. But like if you run into someone, on the street twice in a week, just it's usually
That
because
would
they
be
live in your
kind of- I'd be
neighborhood
like,
or
what the
something.
fuck?
I was gonna
Not
say
on the
that never
street, I should
happens
say.
to
At
me,
the
so
grocery
I must be
store.
good.
Yes, you're good at
what's
avoiding
happening?
it.
Sir, I enjoy your presence on the block, but I need to build these stairs. And I'm going to end up pushing you off of this thing if you don't move. Quit staring at me with those cold, dead green eyes.
Ooh, he dropped an iron block. I guess you could get everything you need to sort of start off with. Well, I was thinking about if you had no trees to start in Minecraft.
I'm trying really
eventually
hard
I-
not to blink. I don't know if I can last.
You could punch.
a mob.
You
A
couldn't
staring
get stone.
contest.
I think a mob might eventually drop a block. Because that guy just dropped iron. Did they drop wood ever?
Come here. Come on. I'm trying not to
my
kill
God,
you
we're
or your
so-
llamas.
Yeah, he doesn't
All right,
really follow.
look up the
emeralds.
stairs.
Maybe he follows emeralds.
He followed me up there.
Who am I
I
looking
just want you to
for?
build stairs, just like Manic. What?
Where's the guy?
He's up
Up here.
these stairs up where Manic is.
Weird. How did he get up here?
He's
No,
just
Spawn?
is that
spawned.
the troll?
I don't think that's the troll. He just spawned up here. It's like part of the new patch.
Did they just spawn
Alright, so
random
he'll
places? Did he
take-
spawn on the block? He's stalking me.
All right. So I've got
Yeah,
have any
are you a
emeralds?
targeted person?
emerald.
It's
I
so
don't
sad.
want
It's
white
so
dye. Why
fascinating
are
to
you
me.
giving me? I've got 5 emerald. What is this? This is like the worst. Oh, I can pick what I want.
He's not a good trader, Al. He just trades things, alright?
He's trying to sell you
Whoever
skooma.
Spoke to the quality of his goods.
1 glowstone for 5 emerald? I will not take your trade. I can't scroll down.
There's an achievement for giving 1,000 emeralds to villagers, and that seems like the worst possible achievement ever.
They're the rarest thing in the game, right?
One of, but you can also get it to where they're trading you like 5 paper for an emerald, stuff like that.
Yeah,
So
they'll
you can
give you
kinda-
emeralds.
There's ways
your
of
emeralds?
hacking it around.
I heard you like emeralds.
What was your least favorite achievement, or some of them, like Tony? I know you achievement hunt. Have you ever been close to 100 but had that one that's just like, fuck you, achievement?
There were some really rough ones in like the Madden games where it's like you have to like hit this weird triple crown thing, and it's like these games last like 8 minutes long because it's simulated football, and you want me to get a strip sack, an interception, a fumble recovery, and like all this other stuff like using one character, and that's just not gonna happen. It's like you end up making the quarters like 15 actual minutes long, and you just hate yourself.
Yeah. Where's that chime?
People actually like the thing is, if you don't have achievements, people still make achievements
Yeah.
to do. I mean, that's essentially people, trying to beat Mario without collecting a coin, or and it might not even be possible, but they'll like try to do really impossible
Did
stuff.
somebody? Oh, that's
The problem is that when you make it like, oh, you want to get 100% of this game, then when you have like a really difficult achievement, then you feel sort of cheated somehow, I think.
There are some impossible ones out there. Like one of the basketball games, like I want to say it was like NBA 2K7 or something like that. It's like be online with 20,000 other users. And it's like that's never happening again.
Yeah, that's not happening since.
Well, there was some like where you had to beat the devs too, which I would have like. On the one hand, if you want to get that 100%, gotta be really annoying. On the other hand, can't really argue that it wasn't an achievement if you did beat the devs.
Yeah.
Well, it's also like Gary's mod has one where it's like, be online with the original Gary, and it's like, what if he hasn't logged in 3 years?
What if he's dead?
Yeah.
There's one in
I mean,
Borderlands
it
where
hasn't been that long since Gary's mod came out, so hopefully he's
people
been
die of things other than
taking
old
care of
age.
himself. I realize that, but I'm just
Yeah,
like, that's
you
not
know.
the first thing we should assume. Maybe
He
he's
loves to
moved
choke
on to
himself
better
while
things.
masturbating. What?
Maybe he had children.
I'm glad
Yeah.
I did not watch the Netherblock with my foster kids. They wanted to see what I do for work.
Wow, there was some bleeping last
I
week.
showed them
I don't even
our
bleep the swears
GTA
anymore.
horse video.
Oh, I forgot about Tony's.
clean.
R.
Yeah.
It's not an
Anyway,
R.
the achievements that I really enjoyed were. Anyway, there's one in Borderlands.
Is there one where you say a bad word in a group chat when you're 16 and then you don't get into Harvard?
Shut up! There's one in Borderlands. Oh my god, Penny, you scared the hell out of me. Hi. Where like they gave it to the first, I don't know, 100 buyers or whatever, and then you had to like sort of, it basically it was like a virus. They had to pass it on to other people by playing in a co-op game with them. They just wanted to see how, I guess they wanted to see how far it would spread, but pretty interesting. On the subreddit, there'll still be people like, yo, I need, and then if they pass it on or whatever it is, people will get online with you and give it to you. There also was a super fan who died of cancer that they made an achievement for. They made him a character.
Yeah, they did some of that for a guy that
Why
died.
is that chime going? It's scary and I don't like it. Oh shit.
He's a new character in Fallout at some point. Which, have you gone back to 76 since the Nuclear Winter patch, Al?
I have not, sad to say. I've been really enjoying Factorio, and I played a lot of Cosmic Star Heroine over my
I don't really,
vacation.
it doesn't have, like, I would go back to 4 before I went back to 76.
Really?
Yeah.
76, there was stuff that I didn't explore yet, and I really do want to see the new
I'm sure there's stuff
NPCs and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm
like
sure
there's
there
one-
is, but I don't know.
I know that you
also
can
have
set up
three.
your own, like, you can set up your own stores, you can do all sorts of other things, and like there's actually NPCs now, so it's like they're just turning it into a normal Fallout game. That game's probably like 6 months out from being playable.
You said that when it launched.
Oh, I should have said a year because it was broken as fuck.
Did you know there's drunk dialogue in Fallout 4?
Is there?
Someone told me on the subreddit, they're like, yeah, if you drink a lot and get into conversation, sometimes you'll just be like, I don't care about that. It's just like, just try and move on past everything and just get the info. Which I found hilarious.
I wonder if they're really like limited by the fact that they have to have voice actors now.
Yeah.
Because earlier, I think New Vegas has the people react to you, but you can say whatever you want to them.
Yeah, actually, it's more immersive in my head, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the fact that in Fallout 4, your character actually speaks the words aloud. For one thing, it just takes too long.
Yes, but yeah, the talking NPC, or the talking, what were you, the lone survivor? That was a huge thing when they first announced it. People were like, your character's gonna talk in Fallout?
Yeah, instead of being like
Tony.
Gordon Freeman, just like the silent guy.
Yeah. Like, it used to be because of the game, and now it's like, oh, it actually kind of makes sense. In GTA, you don't talk, and that works. Well, I guess in the solo one you do.
I remember a bunch of times in Fallout 2 where it's like you had like 12 different dialogue options. It seemed like you had.
Because it was text only. There's something about the simplicity of the older stuff that I think is probably going to make its way back around in certain forms. I mean, there's like, we talked about Minecraft being relatively simple. I don't know, I've brought up Baldi's Basics a lot to you guys. I don't know if I brought it up on here, but the fact that that's like huge with the kids right now, and it's like the most garbage looking game you can imagine. I bet there's like some texty type stuff that'll hit somewhere that people will really enjoy.
Well, it's
You
also
mean like Dwarf Fortress?
Is anybody in
like
Overworld?
Steam's. I just don't know what the Steam release is going to do. That's going to be very interesting. I'm not. I'm in the Nether. I see Tony in the Nether too.
I'm in the overworld.
Do you mind sleeping with me?
Don't mind sleeping. This would be less bad if you hadn't just asked me to sing "Baby It's Cold Outside" for Christmas.
Somebody call HR.
I don't think I actually
really
thought
on
about that. And I was like, you know what? I actually don't think I'm gonna do that one, Komet. I appreciate that you thought of me, but I think I'm gonna steer away from that.
Shit.
Santa baby.
Yes.
We'll get Penny to do
That
it.
exists.
Al has to be
somewhere.
singing it to Komet though. Are we
There's
doing a
no
video?
two-part on Santa Baby.
I know, but it's just in my head.
Okay.
Yeah, Baby It's Cold Outside is a duet, and that's why I wanted to do it so bad. And it's just a beautiful song for
I
how,
love that
like,
song.
It is a
not-
nice song. Yes.
Wow, that's a weird little pit.
I needed to go back this way. I don't know why I'm going up on the Nether. I need to go mine some more.
Maybe it's cold outside. Like Tony said, in the older Fallouts, you had so many dialogue options. The fact that they had to record a line for everything you could say also probably made them shy away, or maybe not entirely based on that, but it couldn't have been, easy to be. What the hell am I saying? Sorry, I'm doing.
Well,
two
no,
things
that
at
was
once.
exactly
It's
what I was
difficult.
saying. It like takes up file space. It takes up time for
don't
like in
think,
the studio.
Studios like that don't care about file size anymore. Look at Red Dead 2.
Yeah, and I'm saying I know for a fact, like, the decision to not have as many dialogue trees was not directly related to the fact that they had a talking guy, but it had to be influenced by it.
Usually you only had like 3 or 4 options, but occasionally you had that, and it would show you exactly what you were going to say, so you knew if you were going to really piss somebody off or not.
I think in Fallout 4, or in regular ones?
In Fallout 1 and 2.
Yeah,
Although they have
some of the
added
biggest-
mods that do that, like where you get to see the entire dialogue of what you're going to tell them.
I also missed the stupid play, which is really sad to me.
Yeah,
what?
where you have 1 intelligence and you just like...
Yeah, the dialogue options are just like...
You go to pizza! You go to the... You go to the NCR and take the intelligence test, and they're like just basically offended and making fun of you the whole time and kick you out of their city.
Oh, it's so good. There's a... It isn't your intelligence, I realize, and so this is just scripted dialogue, but there's a character in New Vegas who's an idiot that got put in charge of a scientific base, basically. At one point he says, they asked me if I had a theory or a diploma in theoretical physics. I said I had a theoretical diploma in physics. I said, you're the man for the job. He's just this army-like shyster. It has no idea what's going on.
I
Sounds
wish
like
they would do
how one of my
an
friends
HD
gets jobs.
remake of Fallout 1 and 2.
They're making the
discussing-
Fallout 3 one.
Yeah.
No, right, but I mean, like, keep the isometric thing. Just like make it so it's not playing on like 640 by 480 resolution. Would be nice, because it's almost it's like difficult to look at on modern computers because of how low the resolution was. Like, it doesn't go full screen because
Yeah.
they just assumed you would have a 4x3 monitor because everybody did. There was no like resizing to fit the monitor kind of stuff back then.
Yeah, it was just all stretchy and weird now.
Well, it's just I have like bars on the side, but
Get off my stairs, you stupid traitor.
Oh, he's still here. He survived the night.
like I don't want him to change. I don't know. I
Would
mean, you could
they
change
kill
something
him?
about the gameplay.
They
I
would
assume
definitely
so.
kill him.
I'm wondering if you could you make that playable with a controller?
The old Fallouts?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how the controls worked.
It's almost
trying to
XCOM,
remember
right?
it.
Ow! Ow!
You definitely can play
No!
XCOM with it. You never had to like type anything
Joe,
in.
save me. Thank you.
It
I
was
don't
just
think.
easier to select stuff with a mouse.
Don't die. Okay, good.
Nice. Good coaching, Commit.
Yeah. I would have felt bad. I would have looted you and then felt bad.
Is Final Fantasy VII worth going back and playing today? Like the
can't remember
original
which
game?
Final Fantasy is
They're
which
They're
anymore.
they're remaking
Yeah, they're
it.
remastering it, so
This is
it'll be
fun.
out
There are
there.
more things they should remaster.
Like it's
They're
not
completely
a,
remastering it.
It's
No.
the same idea as with the Fallout though that you have a problem with. It's really, really, really pixelated. It's like
Yeah, like they're
unwatchable almost.
Their
Right, but-
hands are like blocks. It's so weird.
Yeah.
It's so
Which
bad.
one
what
is
they're
that,
doing
though? I
with
can never
Fallout
remember.
7 isn't
7.
a HD update. It's not sorry, Fallout 7. It's Final Fantasy 7.
What the hell's Fallout 7?
It's coming. Final
Someday.
Fantasy 76. It's an online.
Final Fantasy 76.
All the characters you see are other people. They had to invent new rain rendering.
Does somebody have?
No, there is
You
a
need some nether?
Fallout 7 or Gum
no.
Final Fantasy 7 HD version, but
One
you
more
have
error and you
pickaxe?
don't get to make your point. I'm just gonna
they're
talk over you while you
remaking
try to
Tony.
make it.
like
What's
the
up?
story from
You
the
have
ground
pickaxe?
up. They're releasing it episodically, like
Which
it's got
one
the
was
same.
7?
7 was the one that was on PS1 with Cloud.
It had a
Yeah.
gunblade.
He had the giant.
I
No,
never played
he
that.
did not have a
Yeah,
gunblade. That's Final
no.
Fantasy VIII.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Get your weeaboo shit right.
I only played the 1 actually, and I enjoyed 8 a lot because you could summon the monsters.
Yeah, you can do that in 7, like the whole like the summoning thing. But it's basically like the big broadsword that's like way too big. That's in
Yeah.
all sorts of anime
Freaking
stuff now.
huge.
The Buster Sword or whatever.
Yeah. I played like 2 and 3, and then I played 10. And 10 was the most god-awful thing.
I probably beat 10 at one point. Like I remember being okay with the game, and then
A
like
lot of unskippable cutscenes that were pure gibberish.
it was either
But
12
we're
or
trying to be
13 where
deep.
they changed it to like actual combat instead of turn-based.
Are you thinking of? I know that there's a lot of unskippable cutscenes in the Metal Gear games too, right?
I've never played a Metal Gear game, so no, I'm not.
In the new, no, I mean, I don't know. I never minded. Metal Gear is my favorite game
Cody!
by far.
I heard somebody
up?
say they were playing one of those Hideo Kojima games, and it was like literally an hour and a half.
What?
That was 5.
Where are you at?
Okay.
Look, can you see my name tag? Look, go to the canyon to the stairs. I'm on the stairs.
Are you? So you said you like Metal Gear stuff, Komet?
It's like my
What's up?
favorite. I have Metal
Are you-
Gear action figures.
What? The
Are you
hell
pumped
is that?
for Death Stranding?
Oh, he fell down. He's permanently trapped there. I did not do that.
what are the
I was building around him.
What are the odds?
I don't know. We should give him
That
something so
block
he
is
stays
randomly
there.
there.
Yeah, that is just a very random block. I hope he stays there until we have to. I'll get a few more steps up and turn around. Do you see
That's
him?
just wild.
All right, I'm gonna
Is
send
this
his
something
llamas
that I
down
should
to
come
him.
see?
It's
I mean,
pretty
yes, at this
entertaining.
point.
I was
There's
in the
only a
middle of
few minutes
asking if
left
you're
of the
excited
episode.
for Death Stranding, Komet?
Say that one more time.
Death Stranding, the new
Death
Hideo
Stranding.
Kojima game.
So, I haven't even played the newest one.
Oh, okay.
I played the, I think the last one that I played might have been 5, and that's because I didn't have a PlayStation anymore.
Okay.
So,
Okay, join your master. Join him. There you go.
This one,
miss.
the new one,
They
is
survived the
weirdly
fall,
like
though.
topical. Which I guess apparently I've watched some videos. Apparently they all are, but this one's about like a guy who has to trek across
Oh.
America, like reuniting the like divided
What game is this?
communities. Death Stranding.
Metal Gear.
Forrest Gump? Oh.
Or the newest Kojima, you said. I was looking, I have Kojima pins. I have Foxhound pins for my leather, not my leather, my denim jacket. And then I was also going to get a Foxhound tattoo, like back in the day.
I don't know who Foxhound
Where
is.
is he?
I mean,
It's
we can
from
assume
Metal
it's something
Gear.
to do with these. Yes.
So problem with the llamas is that I now can't get up the stairs.
Tony did the llamas, but there's a trick. Look up.
Yeah, if you can see.
Oh yeah, I see him now. Is he
Yeah,
going to be
he's-
forever immobilized in the
I
block?
don't know.
We don't
We'll
know.
have to be moved eventually once we get up there.
Oh god, no! This block is his tomb.
Yeah, maybe the one
Are we
block
gonna-
that we don't put in is the one that he's in.
Yeah,
Well,
if
it'll
we
be 2
entomb,
blocks.
if we
It's his-
entomb a merchant, I'm
Yeah.
okay with that being an empty one. Like I'm
llamas-
okay with
I'm
that.
not.
Like
I think I would lose sleep over that.
No,
I
I
started
think
thinking about it. That's horrifying.
the cask of Amontillado, like on the Netherblock. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm down.
What if
The
you built
llamas are
a
coming
ramp
back
for
up,
him
by
to
the
go
way.
up higher to the top of the block
He could be on the nether block.
and
Yeah.
built like a nice little shrine for him to become trapped in and then sealed him in there?
I have a feeling he's gonna
a
despawn
glass
whenever we're
tomb?
out of here, but I kind of hope not. Because if he gets
Does he
to the
have a
top of the
name
block,
tag?
I'm putting him in a glass tomb. Like
How do
he's
we do
just
name
gonna
tags?
Go to John Jones' place. They're only drops or from treasure chests in the wild. I think. I love
Yeah.
the what the arena has become. I'm just watching this stone maker not make stone. We have this weird labyrinth of just blocks that get pushed all over the place. There's vines
I feel like
everywhere
we're
and
getting
waterfalls.
close.
be. Get the hell away from me, you llama!
Yeah, imagine
you
trying to
pushed
get
him-
up the stairs behind them. No, don't
He
push
just
him down
spit
the
on me.
stairs.
But they
Good.
found you.
You deserve it.
Why do I deserve it?
Because you pushed them down there and made me have to like wait behind them for forever.
Wait, did they go up? Did they know to walk up?
Yeah, they walked up the stairs, but I couldn't get past them.
I
Why are
wanted
you
to
making
mention before we end up.
sounds?
I think we're probably close to the end here.
Yeah,
42 minutes.
I'm going out to celebrate my 11th wedding anniversary.
Oh,
That's
awesome.
Congratulations.
That was actually last week that we had it, but like we're going to dinner tonight, and 11
Where are you
years
guys going?
is not that long, I guess, in the scheme of like being married for the rest of your life, but it's pretty good, I think.
11 years is pretty damn good. Like,
I don't know, with like today's like modern divorce, whatever, I'm really impressed.
God damn
Way
it.
to go. Oh no!
Out of the world!
Some things are broken. The
How did that
Netherblock
happen?
has turned into our Minecraft world has turned into kind of a death trap for everybody involved.
Teleportation blocks sometimes just
Yeah.
drop you in the middle of nowhere.
So yeah, for those of you who are people who are on this world, or even if you just have an opinion, let us know how you feel about new worlds being or possibly being off of the Java edition of Minecraft.
we're definitely keeping
yes
a
or
Java
no?
edition.
Okay.
Yes,
So
I'm just saying, I could set up a bedrock to go along with it because
but we're
You're
not
gonna
going to get
mirror.
rid of
It would
the
be
other
great
one.
if it could be like mirrored, but I don't. That wouldn't work.
Just constantly updating. Yeah, Tony, do that. Whatever happens in
Joe,
one
come
server
sleep with us.
happens in the other server.
I only have 5 more blocks to place, then I can come sleep. But I think this episode is probably going to be over by the time we sleep.
Yep, that's gonna be done.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
yeah.
Subscribe, like, go over to our Patreon. You can get on the new server if you become a patron. And you get these early when it's available.
Yep, I'm building.
Perfect. Okay. Bye.
Bye. I didn't have my guns out. I'm sorry.